Hello, welcome to Wandering Poet Thrift. I'm Lori, and I'm glad you're here. Since I'm new here, that means you're new too, unless you're a family member and you already know me. Either way, hello. Um, Today I want to talk about something resellers go through. I guess it's controversial. That this is Ness, in case I haven't introduced this is Ness. Um, it seems to be controversial, but is there a summer slump or no? Um, for some people, a lot of people, sales can slow down this time of year. So I'm going to share what's been happening in my shop lately and whether things are finally picking up. So thanks for joining me. Let's get started. So last week, I had two videos come out about my slow sales. One was about reaching out to eBay to find out if there's something wrong, and one was my actual slow sales. Is this a summer thing? Maybe. Have I had other slumps like this? Maybe in the beginning. But yeah, I had some very helpful comments on there with people being encouraging and saying that they also have had slow sales. I'm sorry that you have to go through the slow sales as well, but that was a mess. I'll cut that out. Um, so anyway, just got interrupted with the cat walking in front of the camera. But anyway, um, whether or not it's summer slow sales or if it's just slow sales or if this is just a regular thing that happens, who knows? It's all a big mystery. Did my sales pick up a little bit? So I'm going to go over them right now. So the first sale that we have here is this Talbot's woman size 14W. This one sold for $15. The cost of goods was $4.19. I got this at Goodwill. The profit was $7.81, and I sold this on Poshmark, and it took 1 month to sell. Not too bad. Yeah, so it kick-started my sales a little bit, maybe on Poshmark. The next one that we have is this, hold on one second. Bombay Paisley Green cropped cotton top with embroidered grapes, size large boho. And this sold for $13. The cost of goods was $1. The profit was $8.62. I sold this on eBay, and it took 2 months to sell. This was from the Durham Rescue Mission bins, which is the only bins place that we have in my local area. Yeah, so it took a little bit of time. Next, we have this Land's End Serious Sweats full zip hoodie, magenta pink fleece lined, size 10 to 12. This sold for $34.95, and the cost of goods was $5.19. Got this at my local Goodwill. My profit was $24.55. I sold this on eBay, and I sold it the same day that I listed it. I have two of those today, so that's great. Super exciting. And the next one we have is another Poshmark sale. And this is Free People in My Feelings Velvet Flare Pants, medium electric blue crop, indie boho. These are from my daughter. She gave these to me, so I don't have anything into the cost of them. They sold for $36, cost of goods $0, profit $28.80. Sold on Poshmark. They took about 6 weeks to sell. I expected these to sell sooner, but I say that about almost everything. Next, we have the Clarks I mentioned in one of my other videos, the Clarks Cloud Stepper Cushion Soft Flip-Flop Sandals Red 8 Medium Comfort Travel. These sold for $14. I took an offer, and I think there was also 20% off sale. I paid $3.99 for them. The profit was $6.54. Sold them on eBay, and they sold, how long did these take? Maybe about a month. So not too bad. Next, we have this McGregor Vintage Mohair Blend Sweater, medium fuzzy geometric knit. I keep having to look behind my light. Gray, black, 80s. This one sold for $45. I had it up for $59.95, but I only had it up for less than a day. So I listed it in the morning, and by that evening I had an offer, and so I accepted it. And it was someone in Japan. So this was my very first international sale. And so I was very excited about it. It's not very hard at all. It's pretty easy. You just pack it up like you normally do, and the label just comes with the Indiana. I can't remember where it goes, but yeah, the label comes ready for you, and you just pack it up and send it to them, which was just easy as pie. So this was a vintage sweater. I also had this listed on Etsy and a couple other places, but I was very happy to sell that same day. Next, I sold this Ashley M. Elvis purse, shoulder bag, rockabilly, studded retro collectible. This one sold on an offer of $15. My cost of goods was $3.19 at Goodwill. My profit was $8.60. I sold it on eBay, and it took about 5 weeks to sell. So none of these are like really long time waiting, which is great. Next, I sold this Win Layers Sheer Tank Dress 2X White Blue Art Print Long Tunic, new with tags, boho luxury. And that one is sold for $38.36. The cost of goods was $5.19, and my profit was $27.38. I sold it on eBay, and it took about 5 weeks. Interesting how these all took about 5 weeks to sell. And finally, this Y2K denim jumper dress, 2X floral embroidered, cottagecore, modest, boho, premier, vintage. I put the title of it last because I don't think people would know what premier. I mean, they may if they like to look for vintage things. And I had this priced, let's see, I had it at $34.95. And then I had a 20% offer. And then someone made me a little bit lower, I think, offer, which I accepted this morning. And so that one was sold for $23.59. The cost of goods was $5.19 at my Goodwill. The profit was $14.05. Sold on eBay, and it took, again, 5 weeks to sell. So a pretty interesting week of sales. And I find that just great. So that's my week of, I don't know if I actually even said what the week is, August 19 through 25. I may be in tomorrow. If I have any more sales the rest of today or tomorrow, I'll come and do an update on this and pop it in here. But is summer slowdown real? I guess it's going to be depending on who you ask, what we sell, and all of those different factors. So for me, it has felt like a roller coaster ride. I had my best week of sales in the first week of August, and then I had my worst week of sales in the second week of August. So who knows? And I had some good weeks of sales in July as well. So it's just a mystery. Ooh. So appreciate if you could give me if you want to subscribe, that'd be great. If you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up if you can. And I hope that you haven't experienced any summer sales. If you have, let's hope they all pick up for us soon. And I'm wishing you a great day. I think you might enjoy this video. Click on it. Bye.